Tonight, as we come on the air in the West, the breaking news, the new fires in California tonight, and that scare involving the Getty Center. We're on the scene. Also, a judge blocking President Trump's executive order on birthright citizenship and what the president did today involving the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, RFK, and Martin Luther King. First tonight, a federal judge dealing the first blow to President Trump's immigration crackdown. The judge blocking the president's executive order ending birthright citizenship, calling it, quote, a blatantly unconstitutional order. Tonight, the president responding. Also, this move by the president involving JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King. Tonight, the alarming security breach at the U.S. Capitol. ABC News learning a man able to walk through the Capitol inside, authorities say with a loaded gun, right during confirmation hearings. Those 7 police officers shot and wounded responding to a call, a Navy veteran opening fire on them. What we're now learning about the gunman. The new images coming in right now, the massive Hughes fire burning just north of Los Angeles, winds gusting up to 80 miles per hour, fueling multiple new fires. And the scare involving Bel Air and the Getty Center. Tonight, the dangerous cold from Texas all the way up to the Northeast. So when does it break? Lee Goldberg times this out tonight. The tense moments on board that passenger jet taking off from Boston. We now see the images tonight, the cockpit, the cabin filling with smoke.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Passengers saying they could not breathe. In court right now, the suspect in the Idaho college murders and what his attorneys have now asked the judge. The landmark settlement tonight involving OxyContin, what Purdue Pharma and the Sackler family have agreed to pay. The Oscar nominations revealed tonight, Emilia Perez, The Brutalist, Wicked, leading the pack. Timothy Chalamet and first-time nominees Ariana Grande and Demi Moore, her first nomination at 62. And Inside Out 2 nominated tonight. Reaction on it all. And America Strong, what the Buffalo Bills fans are now doing for the Ravens tight end who dropped the ball. He says he was gutted. What Bills fans have now done tonight, even the Ravens thanking them.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night. We do begin tonight with the federal judge blocking President Trump's executive order that would end birthright citizenship, at least for now. President Trump responding tonight. Also, the president making news this evening after his decision on the files involving the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, RFK, and Martin Luther King. First, the executive order blocked tonight. The judge today calling the president's order trying to end birthright citizenship, quote, blatantly unconstitutional. The Justice Department responding tonight saying it will vigorously defend the president's order. Tonight, the president's defense secretary, his nominee, Pete Hegseth, one step closer to confirmation now, even as 2 Republican senators, Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins, now say they will vote no. And President Trump taking that action today to declassify the files related to 3 assassinations, President John F. Kennedy, his brother, Senator Robert Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So what this now means, ABC's chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce leading us off.
This next order relates to the definition of birthright citizenship.
Tonight, a federal judge temporarily blocking President Donald Trump's executive order ending birthright citizenship, calling it blatantly unconstitutional. Trump signing the order just hours after he was sworn in.
Birthright. That's a big one.
Birthright citizenship is protected by the 14th Amendment. Now 22 states and 2 cities filing suit to block Trump's order from going into effect. Today, Seattle Judge John Kuhnauer saying it boggles my mind that any lawyer would consider the order constitutional.
Obviously, we'll appeal it. They put it before a certain judge in Seattle, I guess, right? And there's no surprises with that judge.
That judge appointed by President Ronald Reagan. While over at the Capitol, stinging words from 2 Republican senators for Trump's controversial Pentagon pick, former Fox News host and veteran Pete Hegseth. Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine announcing they will vote against his confirmation, citing concerns about his management experience and the message he sends to women. Murkowski writing, I believe that character is the defining trait required of the Secretary of Defense and must be prioritized without compromise, pointing to the allegations against Hegseth of excessive drinking and sexual misconduct. Tonight, sources tell ABC News Hegseth told another senator, Democrat Elizabeth Warren, that he paid the woman who accused him of sexual assault in 2017 a $50,000 settlement. He has denied the assault allegations, claiming it was consensual. Tonight, Senator Murkowski saying while the allegations of sexual assault and excessive drinking do nothing to quiet my concerns, the past behaviors Mr. Hegseth has admitted to, including infidelity on multiple occasions, demonstrate a lack of judgment that is unbecoming of someone who would lead our armed forces. Senator Collins citing another matter, Hegseth's statement last year that women should not serve in combat roles.
I'm straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles.
But at his confirmation hearing, he said this.
Yes, women will have access to ground combat roles, given the standards remain high.
Collins tonight saying, I am not convinced that his position on women serving in combat roles has changed. Despite the pushback, Hegseth is still expected to be confirmed when the Senate votes tomorrow.
Are you worried about his confirmation and your reaction?
No, and no surprises there. It's too bad. It's just the way it is, too bad.
The president tonight also signing an executive order to declassify the files related to 3 assassinations that gripped the nation. The murder of President John F. Kennedy in Dallas, the fatal shooting of his brother, Senator Robert Kennedy, in Los Angeles just a few years later, and the killing of Dr. Martin Luther King at the Lorraine Hotel in Memphis. Trump declaring their families and the American people deserve transparency and truth. Robert Kennedy Jr., Trump's nominee for Secretary of Health and Human Services, has long called for the release of the government files into his father and his uncle's assassinations.
And everything will be revealed. Okay? Give that to RFK Jr.
Yes, sir.
The Director of National Intelligence will now have a few weeks to prepare a plan for the release of the records. The president today also speaking before the World Economic Forum in Davos. Trump saying he will demand that the Federal Reserve lower interest rates, raising questions about just how independent he wants them to be. He's also calling on Saudi Arabia to lower the cost of oil. Of course, the Saudi Crown Prince, the first foreign leader he spoke with back in office, and the Dow today responding, jumping 400 points, David.
It was a good day on the Dow. Mary, thank you. ABC News learning tonight of what authorities are calling an alarming breach at the U.S. Capitol. They say a man was able to walk around inside the Capitol with a loaded gun, even as confirmation hearings were underway. Pierre Thomas tonight and what he's learned.
Capitol Police tonight acknowledging a stunning security failure that occurred just a day after President Trump was sworn in. A failure department officials say can never happen again. ABC News first learning that a 27-year-old Massachusetts man who authorities had been searching for out of concerns he was having suicidal thoughts allegedly made his way through security at the Capitol and took a full tour, all while armed with a 9mm handgun.
We are in the middle of a highly dangerous threat environment. Law enforcement across the country, including the Capitol Police, need to take every threat seriously, and their officers need to remain extra vigilant.
According to Capitol Police, the breach occurred sometime between 1 and 2 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, amid confirmation hearings with senators, House members, and the public, all unaware that they were in a potentially dangerous situation. Authorities say the man set off magnetometers at the Capitol Visitor Center and was then subjected to additional screening by a Capitol Police officer who failed to find the firearm, which was discovered as the man left the Library of Congress following his tour. That officer has been suspended pending a full review of the incident. We're told that Capitol Police officers will now undergo mandatory refresher training on security screenings. Capitol Police say there's no indication the man was there to harm members of Congress, but law enforcement sources told me today they were shocked that someone apparently suicidal was walking through the Capitol with a loaded gun. David?
Alarming indeed. Pierre Thomas tonight. Pierre, thank you. We're going to turn next here to the 7 police officers shot and wounded while responding to a call in San Antonio. A Navy veteran now accused of opening fire, shooting officers one by one as they arrived. Here's ABC's Mireya Villarreal.
Tonight, a Navy veteran who opened fire on multiple police officers is dead after a terrifying shootout at a San Antonio apartment complex. One after the other, 7 arriving officers struck by bullets late Wednesday while responding to an attempted suicide call by a concerned family member.
First officer arrived to that call. He wound up being shot. Another officer who arriving after him or about the same time as him was also shot. Third officer arriving on the scene, shot as well.
Authorities say 46-year-old Brandon Poulos opened fire on police through an apartment window where he barricaded himself during an hours-long standoff, residents ducking for cover.
I actually got on the floor and then I went in my bathtub. I went and sat in my bathtub. I'm like, yeah, this is probably the safest spot right now.
Those officers now recovering from non-life-threatening injuries.
David, it's still unclear whether the suspect shot himself or whether he was killed by police, but we do know he was a 10-year veteran of the Navy and he was arrested and released over the weekend. David?
Just days ago, Mireya Villarreal tonight. Mireya, thank you. Now to the new fires burning in California tonight. Red flag warnings up, wind gusts up to 80 miles an hour, fueling multiple fires, in fact. And the scare for a time along the 405 freeway right near the Getty Center Museum. Matt Gutman on the scene again tonight.
Tonight, Southern California is again a powder keg, howling Santa Ana winds and bone-dry conditions, fueling fires big and small.
You can see they're making retardant drops already.
West of L.A. in Ventura County, dirt, flying smoke, blasting firefighters working furiously, stopping forward progress of the Laguna fire, but not before a Cal State campus was forced to evacuate. And overnight, the Sepulveda fire breaking out along the 405 freeway near the Getty Center Museum, burning 40 acres before firefighters got a handle on it.
They managed to knock this down very, very quickly. It is not windy right now.
Meanwhile, just north of Los Angeles, firefighters still battling the now 15-square-mile Hughes fire. An all-out aerial assault through the night, precision drops saving the town of Castaic.
I mean, you can see the air asset right now, that helicopter dropping. Fire so close to the ground right behind you. I mean, it was barely 30 feet off the deck just now.
We have some of the best pilots in the world out here in LA County, LA City.
Thankfully, no homes were lost, but for families forced to flee, nerves are frayed tonight.
Sad when we were leaving, especially seeing what happened with Palisades and all that.
David, Southern California is such a tinderbox today that there have been 10 new fire starts today alone. And you can see firefighters still here at the Sepulveda fire. They're trying to spray down hot spots on the hillside over there. That's because those red flag warnings are set to persist into tomorrow morning with winds gusting locally at up to 80 miles per hour. David.
All right, Matt Gutman again tonight. Matt, thank you. Let's get right to meteorologist Lee Goldberg from our New York station, WABC, tracking the dangerous winds right into the night. And, of course, here in the east when this brutal cold finally breaks. So, Lee, take us through it all.
David, we'll begin with the fire forecast. We're not done with the critical fire danger just yet. The winds are relaxing a bit, but we still have some powerful, dangerous gusts and low humidity into tomorrow morning. The red flag warning will go until 10 in the morning. But big pattern change for the weekend. Onshore winds, higher humidity, even some moderate rain and mountain snow. The only concern, isolated downpours. If they hit the burn scars, we have to be concerned about mudslides. Turning to the cold, sound the retreat. The Arctic air is definitely easing. We still have one more cold morning in the southeast. You see the cold weather alerts, sub-zero wind chills in the Midwest. But temperatures take off over the weekend. 60s are back in Houston, 50s in Atlanta, and 40s here in the Northeast will go a long way to cure that cabin fever. David?
The 40s will feel like summer around here. Lee, thank you. We turn to the other news tonight and the alarming images from on board that passenger jet that took off from Boston, smoke suddenly filling the cockpit and the cabin. The pilots declaring a mayday. Here's Ariel Reshef.
Tonight, that urgent midair mayday as smoke fills the cockpit and cabin of a Cathay Pacific Airlines plane.
Mayday, 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 Cathay 811.
This passenger video taken just minutes after takeoff from Boston's Logan International Monday, showing reading lights shining through the thick haze as it quickly filled the packed Hong Kong-bound aircraft.
Initially, I thought, I was like, maybe it's just the altitude, air difference. And then I was like, I can't breathe.
The pilots forced to turn the Airbus A350 around in the air for nearly an hour.
Cathay 811 will need to dump fuel for return into Boston Airport.
Dumping fuel to lighten the plane, landing safely back in Boston. The airline saying none of the 302 people on board were hurt.
David, Cathay Pacific says that its engineers are inspecting that plane. So far, the airline has not said what may have caused the smoke. The FAA says that it is looking into a possible mechanical issue. David?
All right, Ariel Reshef. Ariel, thank you. Tonight, a new settlement in a years-long opioid lawsuit. The Sackler family and their company, Purdue Pharma, agreeing to pay $7.4 billion to settle lawsuits involving its painkiller OxyContin. That's $1 billion more than an earlier deal. In addition, the Sacklers gave up their demand of immunity from future opioid lawsuits. 15 states, local governments, and individuals joined in this lawsuit, claiming the Sackler family and their company fueled addiction and overdose deaths. A judge still has to sign off on this new agreement. When we come back here tonight, in court right now, the suspect in the Idaho college murders, what his attorneys have now asked the judge. Also tonight, the Oscar nominations revealed from Timothée Chalamet to Ariana Grande to Demi Moore. We have the news and what Buffalo Bills fans have done tonight for the Ravens tight end who dropped the ball. Even the Ravens thanking them tonight. Well, tonight, the high-stakes hearing underway for accused Idaho college murder suspect Bryan Kohberger, charged with the murders of 4 students. The defense asking the judge to throw out key DNA evidence, arguing it was gathered illegally by using genetic genealogy. The FBI taking DNA from a knife sheath and uploaded it to a public database. Prosecutors are arguing genetic genealogy is now being used in hundreds of cases. When we come back here, Buffalo Bills fans and what they're doing to support the player who dropped the ball, losing that big game. Also, the Oscar nominations revealed tonight, the first-time nominees, including Demi Moore at 62, and that summer blockbuster, Inside Out 2, getting a nomination too. To the index tonight, Buffalo Bills fans helping out that Ravens player who dropped the ball. The Bills, of course, winning. Baltimore Ravens tight end Mark Andrews receiving backlash after dropping that game-tying pass in their playoffs loss. He says it gutted him. So Bills fans have now started a GoFundMe, raising roughly $110,000 for that Ravens player's charity, helping children with type 1 diabetes. Mark Andrews tonight saying there's still a lot of light in this world. A little America strong. When we come back here tonight, the Oscar nominations are in. A lot of history made. Timothée Chalamet, Ariana Grande, and finally, Demi Moore.
ABC World News Tonight with David Muir, sponsored by Pacific Life, creating financial security for nearly 160 years.
Finally tonight here, the Oscar nominations are in. Tonight, the Oscar nominations are in.
For the times they are a-changing.
The 97th Academy Awards, 10 movies nominated for Best Picture. Emilia Perez leading with 13 nominations, including Best Picture and Best Actress for Carla Sofia Gascon, the first openly trans woman to be nominated in any acting category ever. And Zoe Saldana for Best Supporting Actress, facing off against Ariana Grande for Wicked.
Popular, you're gonna be popular.
Wicked earning 10 nominations in all, including Best Picture. Along with the Best Actress nomination for Cynthia Erivo.
You got it.
And Demi Moore earning her first ever Oscar nomination at 62 for Best Actress in The Substance.
Take care of yourself.
The movie about the search for youth and a better you, but at what cost?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
In the Best Actor category, the Brutalists' Adrian Brody.
They do not want us here.
Timothée Chalamet nominated too as Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown.
I walked and I crawled on 6 crooked highways.
Chalamet in the leading role for 2 movies up for Best Picture this year. The second one, Dune Part 2.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
And this summer's blockbuster Inside Out 2 from our parent company Disney, nominated for Best Animated Feature.
Check. Can you hear me? I gotta press the button. Go for joy. Copy
Becoming the highest grossing animated film of all time.
I am just such a huge fan of yours.
The Academy Awards, March 2nd, right here on ABC. Incredible year for the movies. It's going to be a big night. And of course, you can watch the Oscars right here on ABC March 2nd. I'm David Muir from all of us here. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.